What's going on, wrestling true believers? It's a great day in Zimmer. Yeah, I got it back this week. My name is my name is Chris from the hashtag Heal for Life Wrestling Podcast. Welcome to another episode 296. We have a special guest, Mr. Alex Kane, former MLW World Heavyweight Champion, former MLW National Openweight Champion. Also, fun fact, because we were just talking about this on the pre-show, that Alex Kane is the number one. He's 25 in the PWI, so let's give him his flowers. If you can, come on now, come on, let's give him some flowers, please. Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah. Appreciate it. Now, this was in 2024. I believe that he's going to probably go higher in 2025. But we're going to really get into a whole bunch of shit. Number one, Alex, it is a pleasure of having you on the podcast. I'm so sorry. I'm discombobulated right now because my internet just went out. I was trying to promote, and it just threw me completely off. So just bear with me real quick. So, everybody, what we're going to do is we're going to interview Alex. For the people that do not know him, you will get to know him by the end of this podcast, because there's a lot about Alex Kane that you do not know about, and we're going to have fun with Mr. Kane tonight. So I'm going to allow Mr. Enforcer to take over for me because I still have to do some shit. And once again, the Suplex Machine Assassin. Welcome to the podcast.
BOMAYE. First of all, like my partner said, we welcome you to the podcast, brother. Especially here, we got Mid South, we got light skinned guys in that we know you very well, But there are, like we talked about, there are people that just like know you. So if you can you give us a quick summary of your journey into the professional wrestling industry?
As most wrestlers, you grow up as a kid watching it. You see it, you're like, damn, I want to do that one day. But not everybody takes that step to do it. I took that step. I started training with AR Fox in 2018. And I think like after 3 or 4 months, I ended up debuting on his school show. And then from there, I'd been wrestling. I think COVID hit. So I was doing like those like no fan shows and stuff like that. But eventually I got discovered by a gentleman named Scott Hensley, who runs the Scenic City Invitational. Some of your favorite WWE superstars have come through there on their path of the independents to the bigger stage, and that tournament that Futures tournament kind of put me on the map. Well, not kind of, it put me on the map. Okay. I did a seminar with Dan Severn, had a crazy debut at a show called Paradigm, and then my rocket just kind of took off. I posted a highlight video on Twitter. That highlight video was seen by MLW. MLW was like, we gotta sign this guy. So I think it was like a week later, they sent me an email. We discussed a little bit, contract stuff, all that stuff, and I signed to MLW in 2024. Won the National Openweight Championship like 4 shows in, which is the Workforce Championship, which I didn't know when I had it, but now I know after not having it. Kind of cut my teeth, kind of had to learn how to cut promos, had to learn how to do it in front of a live crowd. Really had to find myself in front of a live crowd. Then, stroll on to creating the BOMAYE Fight Club, me and Mr. Thomas.
Yes.
So we were heels when we first started out. But I guess through having good matches, building good stories, and just being cool as fuck. Because Thomas would always say that we were the Black NWO, and I could agree. That was kind of cool. Yeah, so created the BOMAYE Fight Club. You know, that caught fire and became a movement within MLW, well, within professional wrestling, but really within MLW, and that kind of catapulted me into becoming within the office, you know, the next guy up. So I went to Battle Riot. I was gonna say Battle Riot 5. I went in number 1. I was on my Stone Cold Steve Austin shit. Austin Shawn Michaels shit. Went in number 1. Won that. Then went on to defeat Alexander Hammerstone for the MLW World Heavyweight Championship.
We're gonna ask him. You made him tap.
I choked him out. I did choke him out. Good guy. Did that. Had one hell of a title run. Wrestled some of wrestling's best that were available. And then ever since then, I've just been killing it.
Yeah, man. I mean, we see you. Not just MLW, but you also take in independent bookings. You're doing your thing on there. So one question I always want to ask is a dream match. Is there a dream match that didn't happen yet that you want to happen?
For the longest time, it was Shelton Benjamin, but I don't know if it's just like the universe saying like this doesn't need to happen, or I don't know what. But like every single time I get close to having it, something happens, or money's messed up, so they can't do it. So that was my dream match, but like now I don't really have one since I feel like that one's not gonna happen.
I feel like it needs to happen. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right now. I mean, he's doing his best work. You doing your best work. It seems like maybe it's like two moving, the moving object on line. I don't know on top of my head, but it's gonna happen. It might have to happen sooner or later. But
we'll see.
My next question, and I'm gonna let the fellas ask their question, is the character of the suplex assassin. Where did you come up with that? What idea did you like? This is me. This is my.
I mean, I don't know if you're expecting like this like super cool story, but I mean, I don't necessarily know if this is a super cool story. But I did a seminar. It was a Gabe Sapolsky seminar. It was an Evolve seminar, and at the time, I think I might have been like 4 or 5 months in. Like I just got my first set of gear, which was just like a shooter singlet, and I was wearing wrestling shoes. Didn't really have too much person. I mean, I've always had a personality, but like I didn't know how to use it. So after that seminar match, Gabe will send out, which now I know is just a bullshit email or whatever. But like at the end of the email, he'll give like critiques and stuff. He basically told me I had no charisma, I had no character. He just shit on my entire everything I had going on. And like at the time I took it personally, but like looking back at it, I'm like, yeah, I didn't have those things. But like he also didn't offer a way forward, like what I should do as far as like coming up with something. So I went to where everybody goes, video games. And like I already had the name Alex Kane, and I know I wanted my offense to be suplex heavy, but at the time I wasn't that big. I wasn't big enough, according to him, to have a suplex heavy offense. So I was like creating myself in the game, and I saw Assassin. And I was like, well, that's cool. What about suplex assassin? So I did all my Google searches and made sure no one else called themselves the suplex assassin. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna run with this. And yeah, I don't want to say the rest is history, but like, I guess yes, I just started calling myself suplex assassin. I had to tweak a few things as far as like what my finishers would be. I remember one time I wrestled on a show, and my finish for the match was a spear. And one of the vets in the back, it was like, if you're gonna call yourself the suplex assassin, your finisher needs to be a suplex. And I was like, oh, boom, my stupid ass. So I did that, then just started building from there. But yeah, so yeah, it came off of playing a video game.
Let's see. We had Stone Cold got it from his wife because she was stirring him some tea. So yours is no different. But Miss South, light skin, you got a question for Alex Kane?
Yeah,
one mid-south.
BOMAYE Fight Club. How did that come about?
Man, so
the term BOMAYE.
The term BOMAYE, where I was introduced to it was Muhammad Ali. Rumble in the Jungle, Republic of Congo would chant Ali BOMAYE, which means Ali finish him, Ali kill him. So that's where the inspiration came from. When I initially got signed to MLW, I was signed under the banner of American Top Team. And I think that lasted like 2 shows. Then Mo stopped showing up, which was weird. And I still have not gotten to the bottom of why he stopped showing up. But that's neither here nor there. So we needed to find, because MLW is most of the time very faction based. A lot of factions going on. I mean, other things going on, but a lot of faction based stuff. And Court wanted to build a faction around me. So we were like brainstorming things, and he had me watch Muhammad Ali. It was like a 4-part documentary, and we were just like brainstorming stuff. And he was just like BOMAYE, and I was like, that could be cool. That could be cool. And then I told him the colors that I wanted the group to be, which is the yellow, which is the gold, gold or yellow, red and green, and then black. And then we were trying to like figure out what like a cool logo would be. And I have a lion tattoo on this shoulder. It is this shoulder. I have a lion tattoo on the shoulder. And Court thought that was cool, and especially the design of it. And then he sent me a image of a Porsche logo, and I was like, it's a shield, that's cool. And then he stuck some wings on it. That's how the BOMAYE Fight Club logo is fashioned after a Porsche logo, so that's cool. So it was essentially a vehicle for me, like all factions are, is to elevate somebody, and the BOMAYE Fight Club was a vehicle to elevate me.
Does it belong to you?
No, it doesn't belong to me. It's theirs, but it's also mine. It's weird, whatever. Like, I mean, Court Bauer is probably one of my best friends. So like, I'm not necessarily worried about that so much. But yeah, it's mine. He's not going to take it from me.
You're free to use it somewhere else.
Yeah. That was the entire idea, was to build it up and then use it everywhere. What up, Adriana?
I mean, to be honest with you, like, dude, if you see Alex Kane, that chant comes with you.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
So
I'd be forgetting. I'd be walking through the curtain sometimes, like when I'm new somewhere, and like haven't had this chance to like establish it or whatever. So sometimes like I just let the music say it or whatever, and I just go right to the ring. But I have to remember in my mind that I need to just say it a bunch of fucking times.
Light skin, you got anything?
I do. I'm the type of wrestling fan who pretty much watches it all, and I know a lot of people sit up and they just want to focus on like maybe one promotion, maybe one world championship, but you have held the MLW World Heavyweight title, which has some reputable names in the world of professional wrestling that have held it. Just to name a few: Shane Douglas, Steve Corino, Satoshi Kojima, Jacob Fatu, Shane Swerve Strickland, and your name is associated with so many others, including, Alexander Hammerstone, all of these names. What does it mean to you to be associated with those men as being a part of the former MLW World Heavyweight Champions?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never really thought about that question. I've never thought about it in that way. I've more thought about it as being a Black World Champion and being like, no, am I on the same level as a Ron Simmons? No, but to be a Black World Heavyweight Champion, to be, I guess, in the same class as a Booker T, as a Ron Simmons, as The Rock, as Big E, like all of these people or whatever. That's more of what I think about as far as it goes. But as far as MLW World Champions and all the things that they've been able to go on and do is pretty dope. So like I hope to have the same success as a lot of those people. Definitely. I mean, if they've been able to have that same success, I should be able to have the same success. I got talent, so.
You know, with especially in today's with professional wrestling, Black representation in all forms of wrestling, to have you are one of the one of the names that could say they was a world heavyweight champion in a company that is not just like people keep on thinking it's indie, but y'all got a TV deal. It's seen on TV. It's count as mainstream. So they know that's another thing I can help you, like help people know, like, hey, you the world champion on a mainstream company that was on, But and today, with my next question is, how do you feel about the Black representation in professional wrestling as a general?
I think it's definitely getting better, but I think that there's still definitely a lot of work to be done, and I think a lot of that work isn't necessarily with the wrestlers or the wrestling. I think it's in these writers' rooms. There's not a lot of Black men in there. There's not a lot of Black women in there. So I think like once that shift happens in a lot of these companies, then it'll actually get better. But like trying to have Caucasian people or of any other race try to write for any other culture, try to write for Black wrestlers, like it could work, and I think sometimes it does, but it could be so much better if you have somebody who understands the culture. Like for the longest time in MLW, Court was writing a lot of my stuff, and I mean he still largely did write a lot of it, but once he let me kind of inject my culture into that, my Black American culture into what I was putting out, that's when things started to get better. And then also having Biff Lawson, he was one of my producers, one of my main producers. He helped me find my voice in MLW. He was just like, be a nigga. And I was just like, okay, all right, I'll just be a nigga. Let's go. Just as simple as that is, that helped me so much. Because then I was just like, you know what? Let me stop trying to be like these other dudes or whatever, and just be authentic.
Yeah, to be honest with you, bro, so when I say a short list of people, especially around 2020 to now, I put you and good brother Shane Taylor in like keeping it in the culture and making like just by y'all words, not even just the wrestling, but by y'all words, like they don't sound like the other wrestlers. They sound like someone I've seen on my blog, That's like dude down the street right there. You know what I mean? So is it hard? Is it hard to like when you go to these other companies, do they want you to change some of your work ethic, or they say no, be what you was in MLW? We want that guy. We don't want nothing to change.
The only thing they ever want me to change is not calling people hoes, because a lot of these shows I wrestle on are like PG, like and stuff like that. But sometimes I still let it slip or whatever, and the kids are like, "Oh my god, this is so cool!" He called them a hoe. Yeah, it's funny. That's probably the only thing that people have ever been like, "Huh? Could you like tone that down a little bit?"
That's enough. Just enough. Can't call.
You know what? That's a perfect segue, because I have a question for you, bro. You mentioned some of your opponents as being hoes. So what is the qualifications of a hoe in Alice Kane domain?
You was on some fuck shit, and you was trying to, especially when I was world champion, you were trying to take away my world title. You're a hoe.
Perfect. It's perfect. Now, I got another question. You had this. I want to kind of tackle on the Matt Cardona.
That's when the hoe was born.
Segue into that. So, why was he your favorite hoe? Was he the number one hoe? I mean, your first hoe, or was it that you just didn't care for him because there was a lot of back and forth between you?
No, I didn't. At first, I really did not care for him at all. I'm like, this. I don't know. Like, I appreciate what he's done for independent wrestling as far as like bringing his star power to independent wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
But like just like personally, just like watching some of his stuff, it's just like, dude, like you're acting as if you are this self-made wrestler or whatever, and that you created all of this for yourself on your own. Like that's not how this happened. Because if you weren't in WWE, we would not know who Matt Cardona is. We wouldn't.
Or Zack Ryder.
We wouldn't know we wouldn't know any of that shit or whatever.
Right.
Because it's not like he was the hottest thing on the fucking independents before he got brought in to do the extra work for Edge, and that rolled him into a job. So at first I was like, man, fuck this nigga. But like after getting to actually work with him and kind of seeing how his mind works and stuff like that, I was like, oh, I can appreciate this guy. But yeah, like the day, I think it was his debut or whatever, like meeting him backstage and seeing that he was a cool dude. Cause like the night he came, he was dark. Like he was dark. He was tanned as fuck. And I was like, we might have to give you a black card here in a moment if you get any darker. When he chuckled at that or whatever, like I was like, okay, he's cool. And then, like, I had been thinking about that line a little bit or whatever that I said to him, and I didn't know when I was going to say it, because they told me that I had a promo. I had, like, a little back and forth promo with him after the match. And then while you're in the match, you're not thinking about it. And then, like, your adrenaline's high and stuff like that. So when his music hit, and I grabbed the mic, and I was just like, what do you want, you melanin deficient hoe? And I heard, and, like, So watching it back or whatever and hearing the commentary, Matt Striker was just like, okay, all right. So that was a fun moment. But yeah, like a lot of the back and forth on Twitter was probably based off that was my favorite feud of my entire run as world champion. Wow. Because like I remember he messaged me and he was like, we got to make people care about this. Or whatever. So like, bring it. And I was like, okay, fucking great, or whatever. And that entire feud made me better on Twitter as far as going back and forth with people, cooking people, all the other stuff. The whole Yu-Gi-Oh card thing was born off of that, or whatever. Making Yu-Gi-Oh cards for people, dropping them on people and shit. That was fun. Wow. It got a little weird when people for some reason segued into like this race thing or whatever, and we kind of had to guide it out of that a little bit. We kept the funny stuff, but like when people started being like real weird about it, and like some of the things that Matt was saying was like, but like after messaging him and being like, oh, he's like he didn't even he was oblivious to it. He didn't even know, and then he apologized. So I know he's a good dude. I mean, he couldn't not be a good dude, and Chelsea be the way that she is, or whatever. I think Chelsea would be with somebody who was, that one.
Chelsea Green.
But yeah, so there were so many cool things that came out of that feud. So yeah, I definitely appreciate all of it. But yes, he was the very first melanin deficient hoe.
Wow, I did not know that. Wow.
It's always a first.
Yeah, it is. Right. That part.
What better first than Matt Cardona?
Hey. I mean,
I don't know about y'all, but I'm definitely
ducking me now. But
right.
I mean,
I'm glad you brought that up,
Cardona. Stop ducking me. Come get this work.
Throughout the show, make sure y'all support our guest, Alice Kane. Y'all can scan the QR code on the screen, and it will take you to his Brainbuster T storefront. And he has stickers, Humility for Whole Stick. He has BOMAYE Fight Club.
That's crazy.
All type of stuff. Make sure y'all support our guest, Alice Kane.
And the melanin deficient hoe.
So, so Alex, I'm about to ask you. This is not even a wrestling question. This is I've been capping on your social media, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed something. Man, you got a little fashion going on here,
right?
Indeed.
So
I'd always liked. I've watching like watching Shaft movies and watching like other like movies that are like I guess like set in like the 70s and stuff. I really like that style. Like, I like the bell bottoms, I like the big ass fucking collars, the floral shirts, all that. So, like once I discovered Sheen or whatever, fast fashion. Oh my god, yeah, I don't fucking care. It's cheap clothing, and you know I can get a bunch of it in bulk. Once I figured out that they had that clothing or whatever, I just filled my closet with it. And then just started experimenting with different things as far as style goes, and realizing that I actually do have style if I apply myself. So yeah, like, and that, like, it wasn't my thought to make it a part of the Alex Kane character. I just liked the clothes, and I was already starting to dress nice going to shows, which was a holdover from being world champion, because Matt Cardona was like, if you're gonna be a champion, dress like a champion. But I didn't want to dress like these other bozos that wear fucking 3-piece suits and shit, because that shit sounds hot. So I had to find my own style within that. So that's what I did. So I started wearing the bell bottoms. I started wearing the turtlenecks. And now I've, dove into other things or whatever, but like trying to keep that aesthetic going. But yeah, I really like dressing up now.
You kind of started something up. What's her name that's in AEW?
Jamie Hayter.
Yes. It seems like now she's opened up to it. She's wearing her. I'm gonna be guilty. I did call her Daphne from the Scooby Doo mystery.
So yeah. So a friend of mine, Seahawk. He's on Twitter, Seahawk Northwest C, whatever. He's in the wrestling space. He did an interview with her. And she said she digs the whole look. She fucks with it. She was like, he be wearing that, and I'm like, I do be wearing it. So I thought that was really cool. So like I'm still holding out for like some kind of like buddy cop spinoff show within AEW. Jamie Hayter, Alex Kane, Coffee and Cream or some shit like that.
Something like that.
Coffee and cream.
Coffee and cream. I'm coffee.
That's
cream.
That's
Buddy cop sounds interesting.
very tasty.
Y'all heard it here first. Y'all swear. AEW gonna take y'all idea. Y'all heard it here first. But so
Period.
doing your, like you said, you just not like within your second, third year. Is there a chance that we could see Alex Kane? I don't know, in Japan?
I would love to go to Japan. I've sent some stuff over there, but I haven't gotten anything back yet, so we'll see. But like I've talked to Suzuki, I've talked to Kojima, I've talked to Okamura, I've talked to all these dudes in fucking Japan. They like when the first time most of those guys would come to MLW and they'd see my work, they'd come up to me after coming backstage or whatever. Love your shit. I mean, in their own way. They're, of course, not saying I love your shit or whatever, because a lot of English is like a second or third language to them. But like they've expressed to me that they like my work. Suzuki said I'd be great in All Japan. So did fucking Kojima. So like, I'm still trying to use the connections that I do have to try to make something happen. But like, I know that in wrestling, timing is everything. So I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, putting out what I need to put out, sending what I need to send, and somebody's gonna be like, "Oh, we could make money with this guy, and we'll make some money."
I mean, you are. So we talked about this a little bit. That you are the number 1 independent in the 500, number 25.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, how did you feel that you are number 25 in the 500?
So I'll say this: every single time that list is about to come out, I'm always like, I'm not going to be on it. I'm not going to be on it. Because like I guess when you're doing all the cool shit, you don't necessarily. You just, to me, it's just, you know, what I do. It's work or whatever. It is what it is. So when I initially, because like I think when I was first ranked on PWI, I was 414 or whatever, and I wasn't even expecting to be on the PWI. But that's cool. 414's fire. And then I got bumped up to 86. Then it was, I think, 34, and then it went to 25. So seeing that 25 was like, oh shit. So people are paying attention to the fuck I'm doing. That's cool. I think I was like ranked above Edge or some shit. Was it 25, 24? I think it might have been 24, maybe. It might have been 24. The 25 was Edge. Never mind, I was 24. Or 20. I don't. Who fucking cares? Why am I doing this right now? Highest ranked independent wrestler in the fucking world. That's fucking awesome. You know, to have accomplished all that I've accomplished, to kick all the ass that I fucking kicked, definitely an accomplishment. Now, was I able to raise my rate off of it? No. Was I able to, you know, secure more bookings that I would normally secure? No. Because at the end of the day, it matters, but it doesn't fucking matter. So that's why when wrestlers will be like, oh my God, I'm not ranked this year. Who cares? It's for the wrestling fans anyway. Yeah, it's not going to get you a contract. It's not going to get you seen. I mean, actually, no. It might actually get you seen. It might get you seen, but it's not going to get you a contract.
But it is still an accomplishment.
Yes, it's still it's definitely an accomplishment or whatever.
So,
nobody can take that from it.
Right. So which accomplishment was better for you? Making the list, even if it was at 414, or making the list at number 24?
414. Because
I was getting on there.
Being on there, because like I had literally, I think I might have been like, I think I might have been wrestling for 2 years, but I was wrestling, but like that was training at the school, wrestling school shows. Like being ranked at 414, I think it might have been before MLW. And I had just been on the indie scene, like actually active for like maybe a year or two. So being ranked was like, holy shit, this is fucking insane. And at that time, I was still just happy to be here. I was still just happy to be wrestling, to be living my dream. So like the serious Alex Kane didn't even set in yet.
So
yeah, I think it's huge. Just I always think outside the box. So I'm thinking, man, it's thousands of wrestlers. You're ranked number 414. That means you're at worst the 414th best wrestler on the entire freaking planet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
I will say this, being on that list is a huge accomplishment, but I feel like wrestling fans just need to be able to use that list to be like, oh, hey, I've never heard of this person before.
Yes,
Let me go ahead and search out exactly who this person is. Let me see their work. This is right now is a golden age for wrestling fans nowadays because pro wrestling is at their fingertips to the point where they can search it on YouTube, where they have all these streaming services. I mean, we've already talked about MLW being on, I believe it's Tubi or wherever the heck it is right now, right? But, you know, to be on that list, do you feel like it would be more important for wrestling fans to just see the list? Because like you said, it is for wrestling fans, and actually search out the people that they've never heard of, or just kind of idolize the people who are on it and be like, yeah, that's my favorite. That's my favorite, you know?
I definitely think the very first thing you said, definitely using it as kind of like a directory for wrestlers you don't fucking know. Like there's because there's so much wrestling out here. Like you said, it's at your fingertips for you to just find and enjoy. So I think wrestling fans should definitely look at that list and be like, "Oh, I don't know that guy. I don't know that guy. Oh, I don't know her. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh what? Oh, she's fire. Like, why isn't she? Everywhere in the fucking world? Like, and then like, oh, actually, like, use the platforms that you have, because technically we all have platforms, whether big or small or whatever, and hype those people up. Talk about those people. Share their matches. Share clips. All that stuff. Like, really, like, support your favorite wrestlers, not just the guys that are making thousands of dollars, millions, thousands, whatever.
Like, to be honest with you, like, I did not really pay attention to 500 until my wife, she's over there. She was into the Pro Wrestling Illustrated, and she told me about 500 because that's how she found out about wrestling. So when I got into it, and I seen people names. You put their names, just like you say, in the search board or your YouTube or Google, whatever, and you see they work. Do you think would that be a way to help you out to get more eyes on you, or just
definitely
tune in to MLW?
Definitely. Definitely, it's definitely helped people get eyes on me. I get messages about that all the time. People didn't know my work, or like maybe they heard my name a few times or whatever, but they actually looked me up and was like, "Oh, this guy's dope." So yeah, that definitely does help. Helps a whole hell of a lot. I tell, like, I'm a personal trainer now, so like I tell my clients all the time. I Google myself in front of them, like, because I tell them I'm a professional wrestler, and they have the start, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, all right, whatever." And then I'm like, "No, I'm like low key famous. Like, you can Google me."
I have a question for you. Okay, so in 2025, in your eyes, who do you consider the biggest hoe in professional wrestling, and who would you possibly square up with in the future?
The biggest hoe in professional wrestling.
Male. Has to be a male.
Has to be a male. It's not that kind of hoe. I've made that clear. I've made that clear on Twitter. It's not that, actually,
male. Yeah,
male. I answered
male.
the question. Thomas, one time he was like, "We got to get away from hoe because I think we're alienating a specific group of people." I was like, "But it's not that kind of hoe."
Right.
It's like
a different type of hoe. Right.
It's like calling somebody a bitch, but it's just funnier to call them a hoe.
Period.
The biggest hoe in professional wrestling. I don't have anybody for you, man. I really don't have anybody for you.
There's a lot of hoes in professional wrestling.
There are, but I don't have any for you.
Damn, was that fucked up? I was waiting for that answer.
Professional wrestling is.
Okay, all right. So let me flip it around then. Who would you like to square up with?
Who do I want to square up with?
And when I say that, like, who do you think could like you could that can bring the best out of you? Like the one that you think you can have a great rivalry with?
I know good. The one person, he's not a hoe because he's my trainer, but he's been ducking me for a while now. AR Fox. Even the match that we had, like when I was first coming up, because he was my very first wrestling match. Like, even though like I didn't have a full grasp on who I was or really what I was doing, he still brought the best out of me, and I feel like he brings the best out of everybody that he wrestles. So I would like to I guess my choice to square up with somebody is AR Fox, because I know that match now.
That's
done.
Yeah, one hell of a story. Since everybody talking about story, that'd be one hell of a story, right there.
Yeah, that would. The teacher versus the student.
Yes,
that would be dope. As a matter of fact, I got another question for you. On top of that, being trained by AR Fox, how was that like?
It was. So the WWA 4 is like it's on Fulton Industrial, and Fulton Industrial is basically the hood. Basically, you only know that you get out of the hood when you hit QT. That's where the white people are. But yeah, it's basically the hood. It used to be next to a strip club. They moved it down the street. So that kind of gives you the vibe of what it is. And then Fox really, really likes the urban hood aesthetic. So that's what the school kind of looks like. But yeah, Fox. I think the very first time I met Fox, I didn't know who he was. I didn't know all of the shit that most kids come into the A4 with. Like, I didn't know that he was on Lucha Underground. I knew none of this. But the moment that I saw him, you know, when you see somebody that's important, and like, I don't know if this happens to everybody. It happens to me. I get goosebumps. Like, I get literal chills in my body. Like, you can just feel the energy off the person. And like, that's what I got seeing him. I just knew that he was somebody special. Extremely humble guy, answered all of my fucking questions, even let me get in the ring before I paid or whatever, just to get a feel for things. I think I ripped my jeans that day because we did like drop down drill. But like, he's always been like very, very hands-on. Like, he helped me craft my style, and like, because like all he does is watch wrestling. Yeah, he probably still only watches wrestling now. But like, he helped me craft my style. He was giving me people to look up, you know, so that I could be the best wrestler that I could be. And he was the one that kind of told me, like, in order to be good at this, you must become obsessed with it. So like, before I joined the school, like, I was watching football and all that other shit that people watch all the time. Once he told me that, I cut everything off and was only watching wrestling. But yeah, he's very big on the moves though. He's very big on the moves, but he's also very big on psychology. And so like, we were learning new shit every day. Some shit I've done that I will never do in a wrestling match. There's some things that we did that I do all the fucking time. But yeah, like, he's people don't give enough credit for creating some of the stars in wrestling, whether they've been direct students of his or guys that he's kind of helped become more confident in themselves. But yeah, training with him was the best, and any wrestler that's in the South should go train with him. You don't need a state-of-the-art facility to be a great fucking professional wrestler. You need a wrestler and a coach that gives a damn.
Cool. Thank you.
So it is a moment I gotta ask you, because this was one of the dopest moments I've seen, and you was part of it. It was a match you had with AJ Francis. And first of all, I did not think you was gonna cut your hair. And I saw you come out with the baldy. I was like, oh, it's serious now. It's serious. He it's serious when he cut the hair off. But the moment I'm talking about, I'm seeing you, Mark Henry, Teddy Long, but you sitting.
Damn, I was gonna ask him that question too.
You sitting in the chair, the throne, if you will. Give us the who came up with the idea of this situation, because I remember how the story began. But
so AJ came up with the idea of having that match. He had saw two wrestlers, Effie and Pero, do this match at one of the big gay brunch shows, and he was like, "This would be fucking dope," and it fits the story that we're telling. So that's where the idea came from, and then he also had the idea of having the elders. I wish we would have had more, but Mark Henry and Teddy Long, perfect. So like, yeah, I don't know why I'm trying to go more into that. Yeah, it was AJ Francis' idea, and then, you know, Court and I and him just kind of rubbed it all together and made it what it was. But to have, you know, Mark Henry watching me work and having Teddy Long watching me work was really cool. The only regret I have is I wish I would have figured out this whole low testosterone shit. I wish I would have figured it out way before that, so I didn't look as plump as I do.
You need to stop. You need to stop.
Yeah,
So
that
what-
actually
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
my fault. I know earlier we were talking about the BOMAYE Fight Club. If you could bring that faction to any promotion that you wish, which promotion are you bringing it to? And who would be your dream feud to feud against with the BOMAYE Fight Club?
I'd bring it to AEW, and I'd want to feud with exactly who you think I'd want to feud with, and that's the Hurt Syndicate.
Ooh. Ooh.
Are your dream match right
Man,
there?
drawing them battle
Knew
lines.
it. I knew it.
Come on,
he was
if you
gonna
wanna
hurt
listen,
business.
I definitely have Will
Bloody
Hobbs in the group.
Nice.
Kevin Knight if he reprised his role.
Mm.
I don't know who else would be in there. I don't know who else would be in there just yet. I don't know who else would be in there just yet. But those two definitely.
What I said his name earlier, would Shane Taylor be a perfect fit in there?
Knowing Shane and that he has his own group, I don't think that they would merge. But that would be a problem for a lot. That would be a problem for everybody if it did merge. But like, I think at that point, the Fight Club wouldn't necessarily have a leader because I know that Shane Taylor is not a follower. So it would have to be
not at all.
It would have to be it would just have to be a collective.
Okay, that's wow. Hurt Syndicate.
That's interesting. That's definitely interesting. I do have a question. So going back, I don't want to go too far back, but I want to ask you this before I forget. You mentioned something about like white people like writing for black talent. And it seems like that's been happening since the beginning of time. What do you think what we need to do? Is it something that the wrestlers need to do? Or is it something that
wrestlers don't have a say? They don't. I mean, like, I think the only thing they may have a say in is like what goes on in their match or whatever, talking to their producer. But like, they don't really have a say. Like whoever's the boss has the vision. They give their vision to the producer or whatever, no matter if it's a match or a promo, and then the producer works with the talent to produce the best product, the best outcome they can. But like the wrestlers themselves, they don't really have a say outside of what they're able to give. So like they're not in the writer's room. Like, I mean, I'm sure I know they're pitching stuff all the time, but like if somebody in the writer room isn't like, oh, this is a great idea, let's run with this, and then or not even that, if actually two things, if somebody in the writer room isn't like, oh, this is a great idea, let's run with this, and then also if who's ever like calling the shots, whoever the boss isn't like, this is a great idea, let's run with it, then like, what do? You have to take what is given to you and make lemonade out of it. Essentially, that's what a lot of this is.
Got you.
So, people get saddled with weird gimmicks. They get saddled with weird stuff, and like you can complain about it, or you can take it and make the best of it.
Good point.
Yeah.
You know what? This is why I wanted to ask you. Remember that little interaction that me and you had with that one fan on TikTok, and he literally said in a very disrespectful manner, and I had to literally step in. He said that you might have been a world champion, but just not in the major leagues, quote unquote. What is your pet? What is the one thing that really irritates you on social media when it comes to fans?
I think people on social media, as far as in the wrestling space, are very too like small-minded. They're very, very small-minded. Because a lot of wrestling fans think that WWE is the fucking world, and like anything that goes on outside of WWE is, backyard wrestling. And I think that is insane. One, because of like, I'm not just I'm not just a professional wrestler or whatever. I'm not just an MLW guy. I'm not just a fucking independent wrestler. Like to be ranked by the PWI in professional wrestling, as high as I was ranked, means that I am a name in this business, whether big or small. A name in this business. To hold a recognized world championship by the organization that decides these fucking things or whatever. Be that means that I'm a fucking name in this business, no matter how big or small. So for somebody to hop into my comment section, try to give me a critique on something that they've never done before is weird. And then also for them to tell me that I'm not a real world champion because it's not in WWE is also fucking wild. Like, what was other than being a dickhead? What was that supposed to accomplish? Nothing, because it
didn't do shit because we clowned the fuck out of him.
It's useless. It's absolute nonsense. Like you can say that I'm not a world champion, but that doesn't make it true.
Right.
And also, you saying I'm not a world champion doesn't hurt my fucking feelings. It doesn't fucking matter. I know it.
Period.
And all these other people know it. So what are we doing here? I think wrestling fans, like, and I think it's partly our fault, talent, and just like other people in the business. Like I was watching, I think it was like Devon Dudley teaching how a WWE match is put together or whatever. And it's like, why are you giving away? I mean, he didn't say anything like super crazy or anything. He didn't give me like super like huge details, but it's like,
no, I know where you're going with that. Yeah,
why are you giving this away? But then also you want to talk about how the business isn't what it used to be, or the business is dying, or all this other nonsense. But you're out here giving away the fucking cookies.
The magician, you know what I'm saying?
The magic behind
tips and tricks. Yeah.
That's something I said about this show they coming up with. Like now,
Unreal.
Yeah, now y'all
the curtain's just open.
Right.
The curtain's just open.
And for what?
And for what? Like I remember watching. I was trying to think about how some of the wrestling fans on social media act the way that they fucking act, and like we sometimes we go back and forth with them, or we give them their 15 minutes of fame, but like it's ultimately our fault as professional wrestlers and executives and all the other shit or whatever, because we quite literally let them in too much, and now we can't push them out of the fucking gorilla. Like they're in there, they're chilling, they're chilling.
Do you consider them wrestling fans though? Because if they were really true wrestling fans, they will respect the craft. You know what I'm saying? Like us, we respect your craft. We know how to stay in our lane. So like those, do you really consider them wrestling?
Not
fans?
really. I consider them. They're one of I guess they're like smart marks or whatever, but they're not smart. So they're really dumb marks. Because like
cosplaying,
they're cosplaying wrestling fans, because like
it is.
You want to be what did Court say that one fucking time? Like American fans, for the most part, because that's really the only fans that I know that do this fucking stupid shit. American fans want to be in on the joke, but not like. But they don't want to be entertained. They just want to be in on the joke. They're not worried about being entertained. They want to know how much like backstage stuff, how much dirt sheet stuff they can know. They want to be in the business, stop being in the business. Wrestling in other countries, some of the other countries that I've wrestled in, Mexico is probably my favorite. These motherfuckers believe this shit. They believe it while they're in the fucking building. They know that it's entertainment and they're having a good fucking time. They're gonna turn the fuck up or whatever. Right. Afterward or whatever, when they're walking back home or whatever, and maybe they see you, like they're giving you your fucking props or whatever. Whether they booed you, cheered you, doesn't fucking matter. They came to be entertained. They're not coming to take over the show. They're not coming to do any of that shit or whatever. You interact with them. They interact with you. It's a good fucking time. And a lot of like independent shows, it's like that for wrestling. But like when you get to these bigger leagues or whatever, these bigger companies or whatever, people are just like, oh well, I read this dirt sheet one time and this said this. I'm like, okay, brother.
The fuck?
Hey.
Right.
Like when people were calling Rhea Ripley Rhea Hogan, I'm just like, do you think that Rhea Ripley is just in the writer's room like, oh no, I have to have this or I have to have this? No. Triple H is like, I really like what we're doing here. I really like this. I've liked you since you got here or whatever. You're really, you're delivering every time. We're just gonna keep giving you shit. You're fucking over. The fact that people that don't watch wrestling, people that I know that have said they've never watched a day of fucking wrestling, know who Rhea Ripley is, means that her getting all these fucking opportunities is because she's fucking over, but not just over in wrestling. She's over outside of fucking wrestling. Period. She has, in her own way, transcended professional wrestling a little bit. Is she as big as some of the other people that transcended wrestling? No, there's still fucking time. She's like 23 or 24. She's got nothing but fucking time. Wow. So, like, as wrestlers, like some wrestlers, like as time goes on, they get like certain privileges, creative control. They get to make certain decisions. But like most good wrestlers as an in-ring and also like good business people, they're not going into business for themselves. Yes, they want to benefit from any decision or whatever, but like they're also looking, if they're not a dickhead, they're looking to also make sure it benefits everybody else that's involved. Roman Reigns, for fucking example, that motherfucker put on his entire family, and it's still going. He's opened up the door for so many people that are within his culture or whatever to flourish. Made Jey Uso a main event fucking character, superstar. Right. Jimmy will get he's
winning, bro.
He's up there. Jimmy will get his time to shine. Gave a fucking great platform for fucking Jacob Fatu to come in, even though no matter how that motherfucker was coming in, he was coming. Solo
like Sikoa, a bulldozer.
He's a bulldozer. Fucking Solo Sikoa gave him a spot to fucking flourish. Sami Zayn elevated that. Fucking like anybody that touched that fucking story got elevated in some way, some form or fashion. If Roman Reigns was just like, man, fuck y'all, I'm just here for me after this title reign, fuck y'all, I'm going about my business. Nah, he didn't. He's constantly giving back, and people don't see it like that.
No, I feel you. So I think Mid-South had a follow-up question, and then I think Dinar had a question for you too. Go ahead, Mid-South.
So my question was
Ontario, that is the correct interpretation. That's what winning a world title in a major company is. Their fucking company, the CEO, the writers, whomever is calling the fucking shots, sees in you that you can carry the fucking mantle of the company or whatever. You're that guy at the fucking time or whatever. We're putting the ball in your hand. Run with that bitch. It's a non-creative. Hey, you worked hard and you've delivered.
That's Mid-South.
No. Is that what you want to ask him, or did you have like a
that's follow-up? My alter ego. No, I have another question. So based off of something you said earlier when you were talking about you learned a bunch of moves from AR Fox that you'll never use. How important is it to learn how to actually take someone's move? Instead of learn how to do it yourself.
It's extremely important. I mean, in professional wrestling, after you wrestle for a good bit of time, you realize that every bump is there's like what's the back front? There's really only two kinds of bumps that you're going to take, and that's back or front. Safely. Some people land on the neck, and that's not what we want. But learning how to and kind of being like you have to kind of be fearless in a way, or just really let the adrenaline take over. But like learning, actually, no, let me say this. It's not necessarily so much about learning how to take the move or whatever, because like I said, like there's a front bump, there's a back bump or whatever. It's gonna be one of those. It's learning how to keep yourself in neutral. That's the hardest part. Because some people, something crazy happens and they tense up or whatever, and they hit or whatever, and they break something, they hurt something or whatever. That's because their body was tense. Same way as being in a car accident, because taking bumps in the wrestling ring is essentially like being in a bunch of car accidents. So with the velocity of falling or whatever. So sorry, hold on. So like the biggest thing is learning how to be in neutral, when to be light, when to be heavy, when to relax, and just kind of let things happen. That's how you keep yourself safe when you're trying to play safe. That's when you get fucked up.
Would it also be like also a trust factor with your opponent, that hey, my life, my well-being is in your hands. So like when y'all about to do those crazy moves like a superplex up top ropes, hey, we're coming down together, so let's do this. It can look good, but let's do it as safe as possible.
I mean, as long as you do the move like it's taught, that's the safest way that you can do it. And like the biggest thing I tell young wrestlers is like, if you don't feel comfortable doing something, speak up. A good wrestler is not going to force you to do something you're not comfortable with. They're going to find something else to do. I've done it. I do it all the time or whatever. I used to hate taking power bombs. So if someone wanted to do a power bomb, I was like, maybe not do that. Find something else or whatever. Okay, cool. We'll find something else. But since I started doing them and learning how to make them safe, I let people do them to me now.
I got a question for you, bro. Oh, did you?
Sorry, let me ask this quick follow-up because it fits the same thing real quick. Sorry.
Okay.
That's cool. Have you ever, along those same lines, have you ever had to change direction inside of a match, be it injury or crowd reaction or anything like that?
Yes. Yes, I have lately. I have. I'm personally trying to get better at calling things on the fly. So like right now I'm just like doing like little things, like if I can feel the momentum of the match, like a lot of matches I wrestle I'm a baby face or whatever, but like if the crowd isn't where I need them to be to go into a shine or whatever, I'll always be like, no, shut me down, give me some steam or whatever, get some heat first, and I've learned how to communicate these things without people being able to see, oh, this guy's actually like talking about this shit. Like it just looks like I'm just talking shit, or I'm just being Alex Kane. So yeah, I definitely have had to make certain audibles and stuff like that, but it's never been anything major, because that has to come from Gorilla. But like little things as far as like crowd reaction or maybe a move didn't hit the way that it should have, or didn't get the reaction that it should have or whatever. I always tell people, do it again, smoke, just lay it in, I'll be all right.
We're gonna bring up a question for you, Alex, from the Statement Wrestling Podcast. Ziggy, if you want to pull that up for him. So they asked, he said, my question is, what can you tell wrestling fans to stop doing?
Stop trying to be in the writer's room. Stop worrying about who's writing the stories, who's getting pushed, what show's drawing the most fans. All that shit doesn't fucking matter. Like, watch it like a TV show, because it is a TV show. Like, I went back and watched like 2002 SmackDown. I think it was when Paul Heyman was over everything as far as creative goes, which I learned now. Those shows felt so unpredictable. They were so much fun to watch. The wrestling on the show, though it wasn't as flashy as it is today, it felt like these motherfuckers was actually competing against each other. And then also it felt like a lot of stuff that happened backstage. It felt, as a kid watching it, I was like, are these motherfuckers just showing up to this damn arena and doing whatever the fuck they want to do? Like, just like the way that things happen. But I think now that so many people are so focused on, people were focused on dirt sheets then, but like you have the social media now, so you can spread it. that like wrestling fans now are so focused on everything else and the wrestling that like they kind of ruin it for themselves, like trying to get the scoop on something, trying to get the scoop on a return or something like that. Like, let yourself be entertained and let yourself be surprised. Like, it'll make this experience so much better. And then also be nicer to these fucking wrestlers, these like AEW wrestlers, period. But especially be nice to these WWE and AEW guys and TNA guys and MLW guys or whatever. Like, they're literally, their job is to entertain you. Why are you being a dickhead to them on fucking social media? Why are you sending them death threats? Like, why? Like, what are we doing? Stop doing it.
As a matter of fact, bro, that segues into this question that I have for you. Do you feel, not only yourself, but do you feel that wrestling fans, the tribalists, do you feel that they treat wrestlers like slaves instead of treating them like human beings?
I can't necessarily, I don't know if they necessarily treat them like slaves, because then they'd have to own something to do that, but I feel like
that's what they act like. They act like they own you guys.
I feel like wrestling fans, they feel entitled to our time and to our attention. And there's been like a disconnect. It's like we play these, we're characters or whatever. Like we can't I don't believe in the whole separate the art from the artist thing when it comes to professional wrestling, because you are quite literally the art. You are the paintbrush painting the paint, whatever. You're painting the fucking picture. But like these parasocial relationships, you don't know me or whatever, unless I've explicitly made it a point to get to know you. You don't know who the fuck I am. And like, I'm glad that you feel comfortable enough to think that we're friends. Like, I mean, I guess I can appreciate that on some level. We're not. So like, let's not get too comfortable. Now, if we did, maybe we DM'd each other, maybe we talked, maybe we shared some fucking stories and shit or whatever. At that point, you cross over from wrestling fan to being a homie, being a friend, being this and the third. Like, all of y'all. But like, some of y'all, like, cut it out. Cut it out. We're here to entertain you. Let us entertain you or whatever, and go on about your business. Go touch some grass. Go, as Seahawk would say, focus on getting some bitches. Like, something.
Period.
Something.
Or hoes.
Hoes. Man or woman. Doesn't matter. I don't care. I mean, no matter how you...
So, bro, when you say that, and I think me, Chris, Lightskin, Miss South, they probably some other people, we say this at these times. It's getting strange, especially with wrestling fans, waiting for people at airports any time in the morning, stalking and stuff.
How did you figure that out? What did you do to figure out where these people? I mean, okay, yes, the airport thing probably not that fucking hard, but like,
shit, diabolical, bro.
Like,
bro,
how did you figure out where the fuck they lived? Like,
that part.
Why are you sending them stuff?
Where they live? What I mean, you know, hell, even find out the hotels that they.
The hotel is weird, bro. That
you know, it's crazy.
Somebody's leaking that information. Somebody in the company is leaking information. That's weird.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then smiling in they ring bell. That's wild work. Like, for real. Like, who the fuck are you? Why are you smiling?
Bang.
Like, hey, cousin, how you doing? Like, cousin,
you ain't my fucking cousin. You white. You ain't my cousin.
Leave me alone. But no, wrestling fans are entitled to a wrestler's time all the time. Like, you get the attention, you get the attention, and you get to be entertained while they're on TV. But like, when that red light is off, leave them the fuck alone. Roman Reigns is Joe Anoa'i is not Roman Reigns all the fucking time. He's not. He's Joe Anoa'i. When he gets to the fucking ring, he's fucking Roman Reigns. Okay, like, they're still people.
They won't learn to someone chin check them, you know.
I'm waiting for
they won't know.
either someone's getting chin checked or someone's getting shot. But I'm waiting for it to happen. I hope it's
Dude,
not.
and I work in an airport.
Right, that part. That part.
I swear.
Man, that's crazy.
We got another question in for Alex, Chris.
Okay. You can go ahead and bring it up.
Alex did mention this a little bit earlier about Japan, but I don't know if we talked about Mexico. Tyrese McDonald said, could we see you wrestle in Japan or Mexico? You did answer the Japan part already, but could you touch on Mexico?
I've wrestled in Mexico for MLW. For MLW, and then I also wrestled there for Conan one time because I think it was his birthday or whatever. It's also an MLW joint venture. But I mean, outside of that, I haven't. But I'm figuring out this whole like getting booked internationally thing. Like I'm wrestling in Costa Rica in September, so that will be fun. But yeah, I'm working on having more international dates. Travel's the only issue.
I mean, I don't know, but I definitely can see you in Japan. But if it's not Japan, definitely in Europe. Their scene is definitely could match your style with technical and what they call it, British style.
British strong style.
That's the funniest. That's the funniest thing. I'm really not a technical wrestler. I mean, technically, throwing suplexes is technical.
Wait, what?
Technical wrestling. I mean, I had one commentator call me a power technician. And I was like, "That's cool."
I was say you technically just slamming motherfuckers.
You really choke somebody out. Like,
I am technically a technical wrestler, but like not in the way that a lot of these motherfuckers are. I mean, I can be, but it's not as fun.
And that sounds like a promo. I technically slam people.
That's what I said. That's a shirt.
That's a
I
shirt.
break their backs. You know?
That's a shirt. I technically slam your ass.
I'm not a technical wrestler, but I'll technically slam your ass. I like that.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'll tag Mid South in it.
There you go.
Any other questions?
Yeah, anything, Gaijin?
I will say this, after seeing a lot of your matches, I do feel like your style does fit a lot of the strong style, not just in the UK scene, but also in Japan. Could you see yourself possibly, if you were booked for it, in the G1 one day?
Yes. And you want to know a funny story about that?
Yeah.
So when I initially when I got to the point in wrestling where like somebody made a Wikipedia page for me, somebody had put that. I think I have a screenshot of it somewhere. I took it off because I was like, this is stupid. Whatever. Someone's gonna think I put this on here. But it was like it was talking about how I wrestled in the G1 against Kenny Omega and AJ Styles, and that I had like a group called Apollo 66 with Calvin Tankman and Davey Boy Smith Jr. Like it was real interesting. But I'm like, it had me set in the G1 before I even started wrestling, so I was just like, okay, all right, I'll take it. But I thought that was funny. But yeah, I think I could definitely see myself in the G1 climax.
I know I'd definitely love to see you up in there too, especially with the number of heavy hitters that have ever competed in that tournament to begin with. You know, I think it would add a whole lot more flavor to the tournament.
I would add a whole lot more flavor.
Man, Alex against Goto? Jeez.
See, stop.
I need to see that one time, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
One time. I need to see that.
I think we got another question for you.
Yep, we got one right here from the Statement Wrestling Podcast. Shout out to Dan. He says, in your personal career, do you experience people discriminate against you? Does the Good Old Boys Club still exist?
Oh, good question.
Me personally, not really. I tend to stay out of those spaces. But definitely, the Good Old Boys Club definitely does exist. There are a lot of promotions that are like that. Whether it's like you're black and we don't like the Northeast is notorious for that shit. A lot of promotions up north are notorious for that.
Oh, they see color.
Well, that's up
They,
there by,
yeah,
that's up there by
oh,
influence.
yeah, they definitely.
Yeah.
They definitely.
Eddie.
But for me, not so much. Those I tend to stay away from those circles. And then like all the management that I've worked with, I've always been, I guess, pretty progressively minded. I haven't had to deal with any like conservative folks, anything like that, any weird shit.
Nice.
Okay. I believe who has a question for him? I think is it you, Ziggy?
Yeah, I got a question for Alex. I was
Okay.
just going to jump in.
Okay. Go
So
for it.
this isn't really in-ring related, but with all the traveling you do, what is one of the best or your favorite place to stop to get something to eat at?
Ooh, cookout. Gotta Waffle House.
Okay. That's always wondering, 'cause we always
I'm
talk
sorry,
about
guys. My bad.
Hold up. Hang on now. Do you
Oh.
prefer like the franchises or those hole in the wall places
there we go.
where that
There
nobody
we
knows
go.
about?
Every now and again, I'll do a hole in the wall place. But most of the time, I go with what's comfortable, or what's not gonna like raise my anxiety. But like if I'm with people or whatever, and we're like, oh shit, this place looks cool, we'll go in there and we'll eat there. But
Period.
most of the time, I go with what's comfortable.
See, I came close to being cease and desist because I was about to do a Malcolm question, but nah, that's his thing. I'm not going.
No.
Nope,
No.
not doing it.
Literally have the audacity.
That's period. That part. Because number one, I'm not going to a Waffle House where they got bullet holes and you know what I'm saying. And
Yeah, but you those are the best ones. If you don't,
You're going to see dinner and a show.
see, this is damn. Made me go. No, that's not. No, Alice, we're
Yes.
not doing this. We're not
there
doing
has to be a level of danger to know that the food's gonna be good.
a level a day. Nigga, I'm not trying to get E. coli. I mean, like,
Like
what
the
are we
cook got a
doing?
teardrop tattoo. All right, I trust it.
Okay. All right. So if I get sick and I can't go to work, I'm gonna blame you.
You can blame me. I'm not accepting fault, but you can blame me.
No, not you. Mr. E. coli up there. Yeah, Mr. Light Skin Gouging. So yeah, I mean, don't you got a Waffle House in Minnesota?
I am in Minnesota. Waffle House is south.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay.
Yeah,
I
We got
forgot.
them down here in Louisiana, down here by me.
Yeah.
Oh, I know
The
about
last
y'all.
time I've been to a
nasty chicken.
Waffle House was Savannah, Georgia, when I went to training.
Oh, Chris went to the Waffle House when he came here.
I did, and they got some damn good food. I'm sorry, but them waffles.
See, so you see why everybody up there be shooting and fighting. That's cool.
I'm not shit, nigga. I'm gonna take it to go. Nothing in no
They didn't
flow.
overcharge you
We
for
went
the
to a
eggs, did
bougie.
they?
I'm
We went to
bougie
a
as fuck.
Waffle House.
Was that considered a bougie Waffle House?
Yeah, that one wasn't in the hood. That was close to the stadium.
Oh, okay.
Nah, we
Okay.
didn't go to no hood
It
Waffle
wasn't
House.
in the hood. It was
I
close
went
to
to Karen's.
I do have a follow-up question for you, Alex. So we talked about like things that annoy you with wrestling fans, but what is a favorable or good interaction that you've had recently with a fan that we can highlight?
Like in person or online?
This isn't like in person, like at a show, or I mean, if you want to, we could talk about something online as well.
Let me think.
'Cause I know sometimes we tend to highlight all the bad stuff, but there are good things that happen.
Because they
I mean,
trash.
like interacting. No, yes. What is actually? I don't have to give her name or whatever because she's a minor. There's this one kid that came to an MLW show. I think it was like the first or second Atlanta show that we did. Maybe the first. Second, doesn't matter. She came in as a Cruel fan or a Mads Kruger fan. By the end of the night, she was all for BOMAYE. I think Thomas took my shirt, my one of my shirts or whatever, threw it to the girl, signed it, and now she comes to every Southern Honor show, which is in Canton, Georgia. Pretty much every single one that I've seen her at or whatever. She wears the shirt. She She can say "BOMAYE" correctly because some people can't. It's terrible. But yeah, like she's like an Alex Kane super fan, and I love it. I had a little Bret Hart moment the last show that I had because I bought some new glasses, so I ended up just giving the pair that I was wearing to the ring to her, so that was cool. And then there's another young lady. Her name's Ruby Ringside. She has like a whole like wrestling platform thing. She interviews wrestlers and stuff. She's one of my first like prominent little kid fans. But like her parents love me or whatever. It's a good fucking time. They sponsored me to go to a fucking wrestling convention one time. I can't remember which one it was right now, but they sponsored me one time. That was cool. But yeah, like those are my two like most positive interactions with wrestling fans. It's the adults that be fucking shit up.
Period.
It be those grown ups.
I mean, we all was. I could say with confidence, we all, including you, Alex, grew up watching wrestling. We watched wrestling as a kid, and it was great. And that's what you're still bringing to the new generation of children watching wrestling. You got, but it's just like when we grew up into it. It feels like a lot of wrestling fans that grew up, they watched for a long time. They feel like, oh, well, I've seen this before. I know more than the people that actually is in the business, and it's not that easy. You can see it before, but it's still not what you think. It can twist it.
No, definitely.
So, man,
okay. So right now it is 10:06. So, we're going to Ziggy. What you want to do, because there's just looks like there's another question, and then we can go into.
We can do this last question, and then we can have Alex bow out. We want to make sure we're respectful of his time and everything like that. We do have one more question for Entertainment's Most Wanted. They want to know. It looks like they just want to get to know Alex a little bit more. They say any fandoms or movie shows or artists that help inspire you as for character.
Not so much. Clubber Lang for a good bit of time when I did have my mohawk. I mean, I guess there's still some of that in me now. Just having like that like powerful, commanding voice and presence. But it's not really like movies or anything like that. I'm more kind of based like Alex Kane off of like Deion Sanders and fucking Chad Ochocinco and Brian Dawkins and so like athletes and stuff like that. Because like Brian Dawkins was always intense. I love that. Fucking Chad Ochocinco.
Weapon X,
one of my favorite safeties ever. Chad Ochocinco was talking shit to you, whether he was winning or losing or whatever. He was going to do it in style. And then Deion Sanders was just cool as fuck. Yeah, so like I think I kind of like try to fashion Alex Kane out after like the athletes that I not necessarily grew up. Well, I mean, Chad Ochocinco grew up watching. Brian Dawkins grew up watching. Johnny T.S. a little before my time. But like the athletes that like I kind of like that kind of caught my eye. I was like, oh, this guy's fucking dope or whatever. Let me like I want to be like this guy. So like that's kind of fashioned it. But like I'm not opposed to looking at movies. I always tell young wrestlers to look outside of professional wrestling as far as putting a character together. Because like everything in wrestling's already been done, so you need to find something that hasn't been done and try to bring it to professional wrestling. So that's a great question.
Okay. So Alex, let me just ask you this question. So I know we're toward the end of your interview, and this has been a dope interview. So I got this question by watching the what's it? Z, what is Mayor's what is his podcast? Is it five?
Starting five?
Starting five, yeah. So I was watching their podcast today, and they had a very interesting podcast today. And I want to ask you, so with the Hulk Hogan situation, I want to see what you think about this. So it's protecting your legacy. So when you pass on, hopefully it won't be anytime soon. What would you want your legacy to be based on?
I've always said that, you know, whenever my time is up or whatever, whether it be mortal or whether it be fucking retiring, like actually retiring, I just want to be known as one of the best black wrestlers to have ever done this. That's really what I want my legacy to be. And then also, you know, putting on for the culture. You know, helping, you know, shine a light on black talent, and hopefully one day have a platform to be able to do that in full. I tried to use the BOMAYE Fight Club entrances to do that. That's why we had so many people on stage. One, to give them the I know I'm ranting or going different places, but
you good, bro.
So like as far as those entrances go during my world title reign, the thought behind it was, one, this is gonna look fucking awesome. It's gonna look like fucking epic. But it's also a lot of the guys and girls that came out, they may or may not ever get to an MLW or a TNA. They might not. Everybody's not gonna make it to where they want to make it. Right. So to give them that chance to feel that moment and feel that atmosphere and feel what it feels like to be over like fucking Rover in a goddamn building, and have everybody chanting either your name or your catchphrase, or, you know, chanting for you. Because like that's what the magic is. Like, I remember before every fucking title match or whatever, a challenger would go out, and I'd be waiting in Gorilla, you know, getting ready to turn on Alex Kane. But like, I always took a moment and I was just like, I took a deep breath and just tried to tell myself, like, this is your life. This is what you do. Like, you're about to go out here in front of all these people and do the thing that you love to do, that you've always wanted to do as a kid. You're making little Alex proud right now. Like, let's go do this, and be thankful for it. Let's go do this.
Because that kid could be you in 25 years.
100%. So like, yeah, I mean, ultimately, big grand scheme, I just want to be known as one of the best black professional wrestlers ever. And then also I want to make a lot of money.
Of course. That's the end goal. All right. Any other questions, everybody?
One more, and it's just a real quick question, because we just saw it yesterday, a show called Ashe Wrestling. Wondering, are we going to see Alex Kane make appearance?
When Ashe books Alex Kane, I will be at Ashe. Not before, not before that. But yeah, if they ever decide, hey, we want to do something with Alex Kane, I will be there in a heartbeat. But
I'm surprised they haven't called you yet.
Hey.
Huh?
I'm surprised they haven't called you yet.
I've been told that there's plans, if since I've been told that there's plans through other people or whatever, I'm going to trust and believe that there are plans, and that they're just waiting for the right timing to do whatever. But I'm not, like, I think when it first came to be, when the first promotion first started, I was kind of like, damn, I really want to wrestle here or whatever. But like, I guess kind of as time has gone on, like, it's still a promotion I like to cross off my list.
Right.
But I'm not sweating it anymore. You either want to work with me and you're going to work with me, or you don't. It is what it is.
Cool.
Trust the process.
We have a question before we go to the next segment. Ziggy, if you want to bring that up, I think it's from KR.
Right. This will be the last question for.
Yeah.
Gotta let them go.
Yeah.
But definitely appreciate everyone's questions tonight, and
very much so.
Alex hanging out with us. This is from KRS13, Mr. Kane, what is something that inspires you in wrestling? Who is someone you rely on for advice and knowledge?
Man, what inspires me in wrestling? Oh, in wrestling. Fuck, I've never actually thought about this. What inspires me?
We really getting you with these questions.
You really are. Like, are we asking for like a specific? I mean, I know the second part is a like specific person, but like this part, as far as inspires you, like people or like a thing, like an intangible thing. I don't know if he can like. No.
Boy Wonder, you might want to follow up on that, bro.
Quickly.
Yeah, quickly,
Quickly,
effectively, expeditiously.
Now, motherfucker.
While we're waiting on the follow-up, make sure y'all see the QR code on the top right of the screen. Make sure you're following Mr. Alex Kane on his YouTube channel and all the social media platforms. On the ticker at the bottom of the screen.
The amount of followers on, the subscribers on YouTube that I have now is kind of insane. I mean, it's not a lot, but it also is technically a lot because it's like 1,000 something, and I wasn't expecting that. But every time I go to look at my YouTube or whatever, I see the number go up, and I'm just like, this is cool.
Dude, you need to stop downing yourself, bro. Like,
I'm not downing myself.
We know how good you are. It's going to come, bro.
I still try to be in awe a little bit of the things that go on. It keeps me grounded.
No, I feel you.
He's trying to stay grounded, but we're gonna gas him up on this platform.
For sure.
I appreciate it. Okay, so I don't know if he's gonna type a follow up and tell me. So as far as
I think he said from any promotion. So like he's
to answer Mid-South's question, it's not that I don't attend as a fan anymore, because like there's already so much wrestling going on in my life. Like sometimes I just want to unplug from it. So that's why I don't really go to shows or whatever. Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to get on the show, is what it is. Unless there's a match where I'm like, I gotta see this. I'm not gonna see this anywhere else, which there aren't many of those. But I guess as far as like, I think really, there's nobody in wrestling right now that is inspiring me right now. But I definitely know, like during like my world title reign, like my inspiration was Roman Reigns, because I'd still say he's my favorite wrestler in WWE. But not so much. I mean, his in-ring stuff is the moves are what the moves are, but like the things that I kind of gravitated toward or that inspired me from him is like the way that he talks throughout the match or whatever, whether he's talking to the crowd or whether he's talking to his opponent. And I felt like, especially to his opponent, or not even to, at his opponent. We'll say at, because he was dogging people out. That shit was crazy. But like that kind of stuff. Like I feel like that was game change. That was a game changing thing. 'Cause a lot of people weren't. It was a game changing thing for a lot of people in WWE because a lot of people weren't doing that in their matches. And then seeing that kind of change and seeing how people were being more vocal and being and talking more shit to each other in the match itself. So that was inspirational. And then just kind of how he carried himself and how he and of course his producers and shit, but kept things relatively fresh and entertaining for me, at least. I know a lot of people hated it, but it was relatively entertaining for me. What was the second part of his question? Who do I go for like advice? So I have like several people. Court Bauer is one of them. Shook D is another. O'Shea Edwards is another. There's a guy. He's not a wrestler, but he's worked in WWE, and he also worked. He's worked in like the last 2 or 3 2K games, but he's a writer and producer for MLW. He's into Alex Greenfield. Great guy. I go to him. Fucking Biff Lawson. I think I mentioned him a little bit earlier. He's a producer. He He's a producer in MLW, and then he does what is it, like live PD or whatever. So he's like he's a producer. But he's a good friend of mine. I go to him for advice. Who else? Matt Griffin. He's a promoter here in the Southeast. He promotes action wrestling. He's a really, really good dude. Dylan Hales. He works for IWTV. He was probably one of the first people when my rocket was being lit to like really put me over. He didn't tag me, which I always thought was weird when he didn't tag me, but he always said that I was the next one up when I was coming up, so that was cool.
Okay.
I go to Shane Taylor sometimes, but yeah, I think that would be like my group of people that I go to for advice and stuff.
Cool. All right, I think
Like you thought that was cool. That didn't sound very convincing.
Oh, you need to stop. Shut up. No, Alex, I can't even thank you enough. Like on behalf of us here, it was a pleasure even having you on here. As a matter of fact, I want to give you the invitation to come back on our 300 episode. We're going to have all the wrestlers that have been on our platform, and we want you to come back.
When is that?
Well, shit.
What episode is it?
This is episode 300, our 300 episode.
This is 300, okay.
Yeah, so I think that will be in a couple of weeks, maybe in a month. But, we can follow up with you.
Yeah, please.
Let you know. So, but yeah, this is 96. Yeah, this is 96. This is not 300. So this is be in a couple of weeks, probably about 4 weeks or something like that. So
hopefully.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Shit. Anyway, but yes, it's a pleasure having you, Alex. And once again, we appreciate your work. We appreciate what you're doing. We know that you grinding. Fuck the haters. We don't give a fuck about them. Just know that we love you and do it for the culture, my nigga. Do it for the culture.
BOMAYE.
Thanks, bro.
All right, brother. We'll talk to you later. Take care of yourself.
Peace.
All right, Heel Nation. All right, Alex Kane, everybody. All right. So I know we don't have a lot of time. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a round table. We're gonna have a quick commercial break. We're gonna come back. We're gonna talk about Hulk Hogan, SummerSlam, and all this shit. Remember, this is not going to be a long draw-out discussion. Whatever we do not talk about, I may do a mini little cookout tonight, or I might just do it in the morning, depending on how I feel. Right now, I got a lot of energy right now. So, but yeah, let's go to commercial break, and then we'll go for wrestling rumors and hints and tricks and whatever that shit is.
We're breaking down the latest buzz from backstage politics, surprise returns, contract drama, and all the dirt the big companies don't want you to know about. Whether it's AEW, WWE, New Japan Pro Wrestling, or any of your favorite indie scene companies, we've got the scoops, we've got the tea, and we might even have a wrestler to even talk about this. With a little bit of fantasy booking to spice things up. Grab your belts, lace up your boots, time to hit the ropes, because it's time for Heel News and Rumors.
Thank you so much, Ziggy, for that lovely introduction. This is Hill News and Rumors. I thought we was going to go to a commercial break, but I know that niggas are on a time schedule, so let's go ahead and get into it. So there were niggas that died this past week, and there's only one, two.
Not if the guests have left the room.
No. Now I'm nothing to do with it.
Week.
Damn.
Oh, okay, look, listen. It wasn't supposed to come out like that, but anyway. So so no. On a serious note, we had 3 people that died: Ozzy Osbourne, Theo or Michael Jamal Warner, and Hulk Hogan. I think the 2 we cared about the most, but Hulk Hogan we didn't give a fuck about at all. So also, so now it opened up a can of worms with the Hulk Hogan situation. A lot of racist people came out, which I wasn't surprised. I really wasn't surprised. I'm not gonna lie, when I did that cookout on that Thursday, I was taken back a bit, and the reason why I say that is because I was just like, listen, fuck Hulk Hogan all the way. Do you know that there were other millions of people that felt the same way as I did? And I'm saying, oh my God, I feel right at home. So I literally just let loose. I let the people let loose. We had 300 people almost in the cookout. As a matter of fact, if you guys want to take a look, go on YouTube. I uploaded it today. Y'all can go ahead and take a look at it. This shit was crazy. And we didn't really have a lot of drama in that bitch. Even for the last couple of days, we really haven't had a lot of drama, as far as like Hulk Hogan. We had to check a dude today. Well, we didn't check him. We had a conversation with him. But it did open up a lot of conversation about racism and about like accountability, the lack of accountability on Hulk Hogan's part. So I'm just going to say this, and then I'll just hand it over to the fellas. It's not the fact that we don't care about Hulk Hogan's legacy, because yes, technically, if it wasn't for Hulk Hogan, we wouldn't even have a job at #Kills4Life at all. We get it. The problem is that this man could not separate Terry from Hulk Hogan. He wanted to be Terry and Hulk Hogan at the same time. You cannot separate the artists. You cannot, because the artist is the one that's doing the painting. So you can't separate them. If that's the case, then why don't we do that shit with Chris Benoit? Why we don't do that shit with all the other killers in WWE history?
Superfly.
Why we can't do that? Why we can't do that with Donald Trump? With Donald Trump playing a character? Donald Trump is a fucking pedophile, but yet he's in WWE. He's in WWE Hall of Fame. How does that fucking work? So it was a lot of, and especially black people too. It was very weird. It was like the ones that were talking about, oh, you were being fucking disrespectful. What the bitch ass nigga was being disrespectful when he was on this earth. So what I'm doing is I'm keeping the same energy, just like how Hulk Hogan was doing when he was living about 78 hours ago. So I'm gonna give it to the fellas, and we're gonna see what they think in comment section. If you guys have any comments, questions, or whatever, put them in the comment section. Go ahead, y'all.
I'm gonna say this. I made a TikTok earlier today describing my feelings about the entire situation, and then of course I put it on not just TikTok but my Instagram as well. And most of the feedback was primarily the same as mine, F Hulk Hogan, F Terry, all of that shit. Then there are those who'd be like, you cannot, dismiss what he did for the wrestling business. Like, I have never said that I dismissed it. I just said now, knowing the type of person that he is, it's hard to acknowledge it because like you said, Chris, and like what Alex just said, it's hard to separate the art from the artist because the artist is the one with the paintbrush forming the art. He's the one building his reputation. He's the one building his character. And his character was very shitty. Not to mention, I've mentioned it in the video where he said where you would hate to be reincarnated as people who look like us, knowing the prejudices we go through, which means not only do you acknowledge it, but you don't care. You actually like the fact that you benefit from those prejudices. So as far as I'm concerned, I cannot sit up here and look at you and acknowledge everything that you have done for the wrestling business and still celebrate you. You're still a piece of shit. I'm sorry. You know, I heard them audio tapes just like everybody else did. And the fact that we have people in there defending us that, well, he apologized. Number one, you don't get to tell me or anybody else that looks like me how to feel about that individual. You don't. I'm sick and tired of people telling me to just forgive and forget. No, I don't read the same book that you do. I do not subscribe to the same book as you do. I'm an atheist. I don't believe in that, holy gospel shit. Okay? Big part about it is Exodus 21, which are the rules of slavery, by the way. So as far as I'm concerned, you go over there with your wholesome drum circle, I'm going to be right here saying fuck Hulk Hogan.
Period. Who's next?
You said a mouthful there.
Yeah.
And then some.
I'm gonna say some of what I said earlier, but I will say this: I am a forgiver, so I can forgive anybody for anything that they said. But that does not mean that I will forget what they said. Which means, if I loan you $10 and you don't pay me back, I can forgive you for not paying me back. But I'd be damned if I ever give you $10 again, $2 again, $1 again. I mean, that's just the rules of engagement when it comes to me. But I forgive you. I'm not going to hate you because you didn't pay me back. Now, as far as Hogan, and I'm not separating Terry from Hogan either. It's just he lived his life as Hulk Hogan. He wasn't known as Terry Bollea to anybody. Probably his family probably didn't even call him Terry Bollea. They probably called him Hulk Hogan. So, as I mentioned earlier on TikTok, as a kid, I was mainly a Mid-South NWA WCW fan, but I did like Hulk Hogan as a kid. I liked Hulk Hogan, I'd say, just throwing numbers out there, 85 to 2001. But the Hulk Hogan, ever since all the stuff that I heard in 2005, I've hated him ever since. I don't care what he does or what he did. Doesn't matter what he did before, even though I enjoyed all of that, because I can honestly say I enjoyed it. That I'll never let it go. I enjoyed most of the stuff that he did, especially the NWO stuff, because I lived that life as a big WCW fan. But Terry Bollea / Hulk Hogan, from the time that we heard all the stuff, including when he actually said, yes, I'm a racist. That's on record. He can kick rocks. And so, am I sad that he died? No. I didn't wish death on him. That's for sure, 100%. But was I sad when he passed away? Not even for a second. I had already washed him off my life.
Okay. Antonio, go ahead.
So, if y'all watched Wrestling Debate when me and Chris was on there, and he asked you what got me into wrestling, I said, I don't like him right now. And Hulk Hogan got me into wrestling. I was probably 3 years old, right? As a kid, Hulk Hogan was the end-all be-all of wrestling. He made it what it probably is today, profitable for everybody to make a living. I'm not taking that from him. I got tired of staying in Prairie eating vitamins. He came NWO, my teenage years. Like, all right, blah, blah. But as you grow up, and we was just talking about this with Alex Kane about going behind the curtains of wrestling, and you find out more about certain heroes like Hulk Hogan and what did he do, and backstab, snitched, hold people down, especially people that's in color, like Junkyard Dog was supposed to be a main character. We didn't know nothing about that. We didn't know about Tony Allen. We didn't know about Coco Beware was held down because of Hogan and all that stuff. But he latched on to you. And stuff, I'll still try to hold on. Still trying to hold on as a wrestling fan. Like, hey, but this guy, I grew up with him. And then more stuff. And then the audio, which really like put the dagger in the back. Which also opened the doors of other wrestlers that came out the story of racist and blunt racism and all that stuff. I even made a video the other day. I was at work. I made a video and I said, I don't know how to feel about this. Like Mr. just said, we don't wish death on nobody. That's not what we do.
Because we don't want that. We don't want that karma.
Right. But what you're not gonna do is not say how you feel at that point in time, because if you don't do it now, what you gonna do is give people time to control the narrative and try to make him the perfect angel. Which no, we're not gonna let you forget or for what happened of why the last time you saw Hulk Hogan on the WWE television, the whole arena booed him.
Yeah.
I personally, I'm not going to keep beating the dead horse. I don't even want to talk about Hogan, but I'm going to see Hogan every timeline. You're going to see it. But I don't want to talk about it because other people that we just mentioned that passed away, like Malcolm Jamal, who I also was part of my childhood, the Hustles, Malcolm and Eddie go on. Ozzy Osbourne. I might be a shade of black, but I know who Ozzy Osbourne is. I know the Black Sabbath, Iron Man, all that song. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
Weird to hear a black dude from New Jersey know that music, but I know, and not this his reality show. We lost another one. So for me as a wrestling fan, Hogan, thank you for your open the door for wrestlers to make a living. But as a person, Terry Bollea, as of what we found out more about you, not just the backstabbing shit you was doing in the wrestling business, but as a person, and not to mention not just racist, but getting a young black lady fired from your shitty ass beer and stuff like that. It's like a snowball going down here. It got bigger and bigger and bigger and outshine and tarnish the legacy that you had. Mm-hmm. And anybody can't understand that. Mm-hmm. You're not seeing it from our view. You're seeing it as, oh, he's just a wrestler. No. Right. The wrestler, Hulk Hogan, is small lint in a lint in your pocket compared to what Terry Bollea did to that legacy. It's done. Mm-hmm. It's done. And you gotta keep the same energy. I'm sorry, I will not be phony. That's like I tell people: if you don't like me in life and I pass away, don't come to my funeral with my wife saying, "Oh, he was a good man." No, keep the same energy. Keep the same energy, because that's phoniness. I'm not being phony. I dislike Terry. Not saying here I disliked him since that day, and I'm sad that I was supporting him when I'm going through the Hogan Beach when I go to Florida. All the pictures, I still got them on Facebook. I'm not gonna hide from it, but it hurt me as a black dude from North. I used to support this dude. I used to get my ass whooped by ripping my shirts. And how he feel about me or my people. It hurt. So, yeah. I don't know exactly how to feel, but I'm not feeling happy. But I damn sure not feeling sad. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. That's all I'm gonna leave it.
Okay. So, with that being said, let's move on to SummerSlam. Now, I didn't find this out until when I was doing the cookout. So, all day today, I've just been busy, promoting the show and putting extra content out. There is something going on with Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre, while he was at a wedding in the UK, he lost his passport. So I guess he has to go to the U.S. Embassy or something like that and try to get a passport. Now, from my understanding, if he goes that route, it could take about 24 hours. This man has until Wednesday. Because remind you, from the UK all the way to New York is 10 hours. So he at least have to get to the U.S. at least by Wednesday. Then, of course, he has to know his spots. They have to go over all of that shit. Because everything's choreographed, right? I want to know what you guys think on that. Like, what's the worst scenario that can happen in this situation? With this.
The worst scenario that can happen is that Logan's gonna have to take lead. Logan's like to be in the ring, taking all the heat. You gotta do all the spots. If they don't have it, if they call in the ring, I think Drew has wrestled long enough to that they could call the ring and stuff. But you're talking about two seasoned vets, a part timer, I guess you call Logan Paul, who gets it, but still a part time celebrity, and then you got Jelly Roll. This is Jelly Roll's first match ever.
Who the fuck is Jelly Roll?
A donut.
So
I'm being petty. I know.
No, bro. No, you're not, because a lot of people said that shit like, "Who the fuck is this?"
No, I've seen the motherfucker before. Yeah,
so I wish you luck, because you come from the UK, you got to fly all the way to either New York or New Jersey, and that's a long ride just talking about it. And you probably got to do spots or rehearsals that day, or at least Friday.
I have the video pulled up if y'all want to see it.
Now be careful with that, Ziggy, because we should be fine because it's not a WWE
Twitter video.
Oh, post it then. Yep, go ahead and do it.
It's quite the week.
Y'all can hear that?
Yep.
You want to know how it's been capped off? I can't get back in America. They wouldn't let me board my flight. Look at the scenic countryside. Does that look like an American scenic countryside? No. I'm in England still. At my buddy's wedding. What a wedding it was. Planning to go back, train for SummerSlam, but no, I got blocked. Wife and I walked up to the gate, trying to check in. Always goes perfectly fine. Not this time. Bro, you don't have your US passport. I know who you are. I know you've lived there for a long time. I know you're showing me pictures of your US passport and your global entry and it doesn't matter. I know exactly who you are, your property and the likes. But no, we can't let you in the country, buddy. We can't let you in the country. So my wife and I panic. We say, we've got a sick animal at home. We're good people. We care about our animals. We care about people. And they go ahead, babe. Don't think about me. Leave me behind. Leave me to die behind. It's okay. She has to go against her will. Goes back home, look after the cat. And here I am. So what happened? What changed this trip? Jelly Roll. You know somebody? Got some connections. You got your 15 minutes of fame right now. You can get away with some stuff. You're hot. Soon you will not be. So you're getting it in while you can, yeah? You realize when I took off my shirt on SmackDown, you went, oh my God, all that aura, I'm screwed. So you're gonna screw up my training for SummerSlam week. Why am I in a field? I don't know why I'm in a field, but I can tell you one thing. When this is all over and I'm gonna get back, I'm gonna drop you, Jelly Roll. I'm gonna make you pay. And eventually, you're gonna gain all that weight back and you're gonna look like one of these fuckers.
Put it to the couch.
Actually, you're gonna gain all that weight back. And you're gonna look like one of these fuckers.
It just sounds so good with a Scottish accent.
You're gonna look like one of these fuckers over here.
You're gonna look like one of these fuckers.
Oh my God, he is a fucking national treasure. I swear to God, that's the only reason why I'm, going to watch SummerSlam. Yeah, I'm gonna watch SummerSlam night 1 and night 2. The card. I know that there's going to be 10 men in a TLC match. Shut up. There's going to be 10.
12.
Oh, 12.
Yeah,
12.
like 16.
16? Going once, going twice.
Triple H said, I'm tired of y'all complaining about somebody missing. Oh, I'll put all of them in there.
Yeah, all of them. Yeah.
That's the Teddy Long. That's the Teddy Long rule. That's the Teddy Long rule.
This was the here nigga damn. That was that match.
Exactly, guys.
Like, you don't say you put tag teams up. Here, nigga, damn.
Here's the thing. So we were talking about this shit earlier. So all of this is not even considered SummerSlam. Like, we know the show is SummerSlam, but this is more so a rewind from WrestleMania, from like their past mistakes.
And it's
That's
2 nights,
basically
Chris.
what it is.
Night 1 and night 2 of SummerSlam. It's 2 nights this year.
Right,
they gonna
because
do all
that
these
TLC
fucking
match was actually supposed to be at WrestleMania, but they put that on SmackDown instead.
All right.
So now they're going to put on SummerSlam, which is fine. I mean, there's 2 gimmick matches that's on that's for SummerSlam. I think on both night 1 and night 2. So you got the street fight with Cody Rhodes and John Cena for the WWE Championship match. And then you have the TLC match for the tag team titles.
Mhm.
That's fine. Anything that is going to be entertaining to me and is going to be considered a distraction, I'm for it.
Uh-huh.
I'm for it. Okay.
I was surprised that they even did that. I was like, he came out and said, shout out to Dan. We was talking about that. I think it was 6 matches on night 1 and 5 matches. Like, they gonna put something real quick. We was thinking that, okay, maybe it's gonna be the New Day against Judgment Day or something like that. But the more entertaining tag team is out of the 2 SmackDown Raw, by the way. It's SmackDown. But I ain't think it's gonna put all 6 teams. And guess what? The Street Profits, they didn't get their one-on-one, their rematch. So we just said, you know what? You get a title shot, you get a title shot. Street Profits, you want your rematch? You get this title shot. And rumor, and maybe it's a rumor, I'm not sure, I gotta go back and see it, but they might add another team or 2.
Then you still got faction members too that's not in the match.
Right. It's gonna be the clusterfuck, or it's gonna be a train wreck.
Like Uncle Howdy. They're gonna be interfering. Eric
Nikki
Eric
Cross will
Rowan.
interrupt the match on SmackDown.
Okay, you got it.
But yeah.
You got it.
On to the
already,
next one. What you got,
I already
Chris?
see that's a clusterfuck. Continue.
If there's anything I'm looking forward to SummerSlam, I want to see how they gonna do Naomi. I want to see.
You think they're gonna have her drop it?
I want to see.
That'll be retarded if they
it would
drop
be
it.
a waste to drop the title off of Naomi right now.
To give it back to who? The side bitch from Tokyo?
No, they would give it to Rhea Ripley before they would give it back to Io.
Man,
do she need? I think we all say it. She don't need.
Who is angry?
I don't know. Someone type. Like, Miss Up, are you typing all caps?
My bad. I keep forgetting to mute myself before I type.
So all this time, it was you? Who in IT were you angry at?
That
like
keyboard.
Dead ass. Like
that keyboard.
Like,
I got a fancy keyboard. My bad.
He got that fancy mechanical.
And we kept
keyboard.
asking. We kept asking like,
Oh.
okay, so who? Oh, my bad. So we kept asking like, who is that? Thank you, Ziggy, for the sound effects. We were trying to figure out like who was that, like, and then Miss I was just like, whole entire time it was his ass. But no, I haven't. Audience. So we I haven't went over the whole entire card. I just know those 3 matches so far. But I guess there's going to be more matches.
Bro, the show is is the show next week or something like that? Or
It's
this
weekend.
So you got
that's crazy.
You got you got the World Heavyweight Title match, which is Gunther
and Cody and
that's main event in night 1.
Mm-hmm.
Bird Lady against Becky for the Intercontinental title.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, fancy.
Got a fancy keyboard.
Dominic.
Shit looks like a ram.
Yeah, Dominic popped up at AAA, I heard.
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah, Dominic against Shawn AJ Styles. Steel cage match. Solo against Jacob for the United States title.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just say
New Day.
No.
New Day's not even on the card, man. That's sad.
Wait, aren't they tag team champ? No, they lost their title.
Yeah, they lost to Finn and JD.
The Finn.
That goes to show you just how
for them to be off TV.
Yeah,
and that just goes to show you just how important the Raw tag team division is right now.
That's why I thought it would have been that, but as we said earlier.
What's up, Leon?
Hey, Leon. Leon from Milwaukee. What's good with you?
Roman and Jay versus Braun.
Mm-hmm.
Braun.
That
sounds like the name of somebody's cousin.
Yeah, it sounds like
right.
It sounds like somebody from the Flintstones.
You know, they call him Junior.
Braun.
Come on, what?
It's like he's like one of them people where you ask like, "What is your power level?
What's your power level?"
Bro, that Broly bros.
Ziggy, I'm requesting audio for that for your soundboard.
I request denied because I won't make it. I'm telling you.
Nope, Gaijin asked for it, he getting it.
I haven't heard it yet. I tried to go through all of Brody's all of his videos. I couldn't find it.
Go to Team 4-Star on YouTube.
Team
4-Star and the Broly movie.
It's a parody. They do voiceover parody.
It's a voiceover parody.
Oh,
so yeah, that's what me and 13 were talking about. So Dragon Ball Z Abridged is my guilty pleasure anime to watch.
Okay, I don't think I'm ready.
That's still going on?
No, I just watch it just to get a cheap laughs.
Oh, the old ones.
Entertainment.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that was funny back then.
I don't think
because all these squares make a circle.
I usually try to catch how it should have ended. If y'all ever seen that?
I got you, bro. I got you guys. Here you go. Here we go.
What do you want to do?
Oh, that'd be cool if we could play one of them.
Tell your creepy brat to stop following me.
What's your power level?
And stop asking that! No one cares anymore!
Mine's pretty big. Hello, what is your power level?
Pretty big though.
Mine too.
Cool.
Power level. Dude could wipe out the whole planet, but talk so
The following is a fan-based parody.
Don't worry, it'll be on the soundboard next week.
Oh Lord.
What's
your power level?
Mipsal, what's your keyboard's power level?
1,000.
Oh, that's funny.
Up the glasses off. He's in tears.
Yeah, that was from a parody voiceover. Chris, I thought you knew that, bro.
No.
That man's in tears.
This is how it was on that cookout a while ago.
Oh, this one broke him?
Yes. It broke me. It broke me. I was laughing for 10 minutes, everybody, and I'm like, there's no way he can talk like this. So I'm thinking that's why I was going to like every video. I'm like, I can't find it. He talked like a normal person. Like, what the fuck? And then this.
You always find the biggest dude sound like the smallest guy in the world.
Like Bobby Lashley? Yeah.
Yes, we told MJF.
We don't have to help shit.
I want you out of the tent. Thumbs down.
Thumbs down. I better be careful. I might see Bobby Lashley.
Do not do that while I'm drinking. Don't do that. Don't do that.
My voice.
I mean, we used to think the same thing about Mike Tyson. It'd be like, "Oh my God, he's scary." I tell you, I hurt the people. You know, I'm gonna eat his heart. I'm gonna eat his children. That doesn't sound so intimidating. I'm from that voice. Oh yes,
my back is broken.
That's how I get them, you know what I'm saying? They look at me, they just feel like I'm a monster. I'm not a monster, I'm a freaking human being, you know what I'm saying? And it's not white. It's not white at all. Don't laugh at me.
Well, how Enforcer got the perfect Mike Tyson voice?
Wow, that was impressive.
I've been practicing for years for Mike Tyson, bro. I just don't say it in his face.
Maybe we should put him on the soundbite too. Talk about, I'll eat your little kids. Right to that.
Oh my
okay. Anyway, let's
let's go to the wrap up.
Oh goodness.
Y'all not doing this tonight. All right. In other news, Unreal comes out on Tuesday. Now, this is the same shit that we were talking about with Alex Kane. If y'all ready to see the bullshit with WWE's booking, tune in.
Let's call it what it is. If you want to see the scapegoat show, we gonna pass the buck on who did this, do this. Now you're gonna know who to point the finger at. That's what this show's about.
And then you know what the crazy thing is too? Is that The Rock has influence on this documentary. They said that Rock really had a lot of influence in this documentary because Rock does not want to look stupid. So there's going to be conversation this week in regarding this. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's like a full series or if it's just like 2 hours straight. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they got it like broken down just like the Vince McMahon documentary. I'm not exactly sure, but I mean, we'll find out on Tuesday.
It's on Netflix?
Yeah, it'll be on Netflix.
Yeah, probably broke down.
Let's just call it what it is. This is the blueprint for wrestling fans to act even more entitled, to think that they know the ins and outs of the business and how pro wrestling is supposed to work.
Yep.
That part. So that's why when Alex Kane said that y'all need to stop acting like y'all, you know, in the gorilla and start acting like fans, that's what y'all should do. Like, we literally, we're fans. We're all fans. But we know our role. We know, like, where to stay. We're not wrestlers. We get it. We can't talk about something that we don't do. We can critique it because we watch it. You know, they don't have a problem with that shit. Because they know that, because Alex know that we respect what he does in the wrestling business. So, as long as we have that respect, we're good. But then when you go outside of that shit, that's when it was like, man, sit your bitch ass down somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Say it right.
Respectfully.
Non-melanated hoes.
Say it right. Light skin. Sit your
happy ass down. You non-melanated hoes.
Oh.
Is that going to be your new closing?
I think so. You know, courtesy of Alex Kane.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I think the last item on the agenda, I think is AEW. So we're going to have a championship match. And this is where not light skin, but Mr. Mid-South is going to come in and he's going to have all of these opinions. You know, I want to hear them though. So it's going to be Jon Moxley versus Heyman Page for the World Heavyweight Championship or the AEW World Heavyweight Championship with no outside interference. So go ahead.
I think what's interesting is that there are actually folks out there who believe John Moxley is going to steal this title back. So they actually think Hangman is going to lose this title, days after he won it. I don't think that's the case. I'm really looking forward to a clean match and another Hangman win. Now, that said, there could potentially be some outside interference from someone else, such as, people also predicting that regardless of what happens, MJF is leaving as champion that night. I think because of what happened with the Hurt Syndicate last week, MJF will not leave this Wednesday as champion. I also don't think he's going to be kicked out of the Hurt Syndicate, but that's just me.
Okay.
I think the great thing about this is that we don't actually know what's going to happen, and I love it.
Cool. Anybody else?
I'm surprised he did the dance. He didn't mention it, but I helped him out a little bit. Congratulations, Mercedes. You added 2 more belts to your collection.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Excuse me. What did you say her name was?
Oh, I'm sorry. You already hear my presence. Goat Monet.
Thank you.
See Mercedes when you're not here.
She's the one. She's the one that actually has Broly asking, "What's your power level?"
Not doing this. Not doing this today. Not doing this. Not doing this.
Goat Money.
No.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna resist you because I'm not getting. No. All I'm gonna say is that it's gonna be a very interesting week. Tune in to the cookout. Do y'all want to do a quick cookout tonight, or do y'all want to wait in the morning?
I'll hop on. I ain't got nothing to do tomorrow.
We can, because I'm working from home tomorrow, so I can be in the bed by 12:30. I'll be fine. But hopefully you guys enjoyed episode 296 with Alex Kane. Thank you, Alex Kane, if you're still watching us. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. Hopefully you'll come on the 300 episode. Tune in next week. Next week is going to be a busy week for us because we're going to be talking about SummerSlam. Yeah. It's going to be a very interesting weekend. So we're going to be having a cookout, and also we're going to do a show on two, because I think what we're going to do is we're going to wait until night 2 goes off, and then we'll go ahead and we'll do the show. But we won't do a cookout until Monday. So we'll do that. But yeah, until that time, my name is Chris from the #Hills for Life. That's Enforcer, Mid-South, and Mr. Light Skin Gouging. Oh! My bad. I'm up here trying to get us off and shit. Final thoughts, everybody. Let's go with
I just have one.
What's your power level?
That's my final thought, Chris.
Remember, he's a baby face.
Oh my God.
All right, I'll put the ticker up.
Thank you. What is your final? What is your? I gotta piss. Y'all got it.
Oh God.
Okay.
What's your final thoughts?
I'll go first, and I'm gonna make mine real short. Mercedes Goat Money. The reason why I call her Goat Money is simply because, to me, and I've been watching wrestling for a very long time, she's the greatest women's wrestler of all time. I've got all kinds of facts that can prove to you, at least from my point of view, that she's the GOAT. Whether it be, matches in WWE, matches in AEW, matches outside of both companies. It seems like over the last 2 years, every person that she wrestles, she gives them their best match. Maybe not always the best match of their career, but at least the best match of the year for that said person. The woman is the GOAT, and I don't think that there is a solid argument for who could be the GOAT over her. Not Trish Stratus, not Lita, not any of those ladies who don't have the resume of matches, because that's what wrestling ultimately is. It's about matches, not just moments. It's about matches and moments, yes. It's about their total package. But if we're just talking about inside of the ring, there is no one that holds a candle to her when it comes to stacking up matches. She's number one. She's my GOAT. She's the GOAT.
Cool. Who's next?
Good. Oh man. Some of you fans out there that I something else I didn't want to talk about, but I gotta say something about it because y'all discussed me last night. Questioning another company of how to pay tribute to someone and was not patient enough to wait. AEW, Tony Khan, Tony Schiavone did one hell of a job when they really had to, but they did. So I give them that. Other than that, some of y'all need to go outside, touch some grass. I don't know. Go to a movie theater, eat some popcorn, talk to somebody, aka get a life. I'm saying, it's not that serious, okay? But AEW didn't have to do a damn thing, and they did anyway. So back off and go do something with yourself. All right? That's all I gotta say. Have a nice weekend. Enjoy your week. Be blessed. I'm done. Dun, dun, dun.
So all I'm gonna say is the 5-star Grand Prix is going on. They just had their opening night show. All women participating in all 4 blocks. All 32 participants got a chance to take part in this big 32 woman round robin style tournament, and it is going on all the way until August 23rd. So I mean, for those of you guys who are fans of the G1, they have tournaments like this going around. Noah's got its N1 starting up soon. Marty Gold will have its Marty Gold Dream Star Grand Prix going on here very soon. Those of you who are fans of round robin style tournaments like the G1, I strongly suggest you guys check out these other tournaments as well. And just like my good friend Enforcer just said, sit your happy ass down, you non-melanated bitches. And go get some bitches. You non-melanated hoes. I'm just going to make that a part of my vocabulary.
Yes, sir. I see a whole new video.
A vocabulary.
And also, if you're feeling very, very strong, I will happen to ask you, what's your power level?
That face is just hilarious.
Because Chris has not answered his question yet.
You look very constipated right now.
The struggle is real. That turd won't come out.
What's going on in his bathroom?
He asking for the chart, Chris. What a pie chart at, bro?
Lord, that's how we're gonna end the show this week, Lord.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No, no, bitch. No, bring your ass on the camera. No, bring your ass on the camera.
Nah, bro.
I'm talking about this. Bring your ass up. Bring your ass up, nigga. Shit.
Are we on you, bro?
No, nigga, no. This is you. Bring your short ass on the camera.
Whoa.
You got a final thought?
Bro, I'm 5'11".
That's short enough. Okay.
Jesus.
So you all want to do a final thought? Come on.
Where's your picture?
You a blue face now?
Yeah, I'm blue face. Nah, my final thought is it's kind of going along with Enforcer, light skin, Gaijin. Just be a good person. IWC. I'm not gonna lie, man. If it wasn't for this podcast, I got one foot out the door. This shit is toxic.
Period.
Some of the comments, some of the things that I see people say to these wrestlers, I am waiting for the day that one of these wrestlers slap the fuck out one of y'all. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
Somebody like, you know what? I'm tired of this shit. And then next time they see one of y'all, just knock the coins out of one of y'all noggin.
Period. What them coins sound like?
They sound like
I pray it's August 1st in North New Jersey. I swear, because I'm gonna be there.
Some period.
That's I hate to talk about and stuff like that. Sometimes that's just what it's gonna take. Y'all running up on wrestlers. I mean, this is across multiple companies. Like, what was it a few years ago? Someone tried to tackle Seth Rollins.
Yep. Yeah.
Why are y'all being so comfortable?
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's what Alex said too. He was community fans are getting too comfortable.
Hey, lucky that Seth is a cool guy, because trust, if it was Eddie Guerrero or one of these other guys,
they would have got fucked up. Right.
Had y'all looking like a Ritz cracker.
Stupid. All right.
But, that's all I got, man. Just be cool, man. Thanks. It's all right. I know. Look, I love wrestling just as much as anyone else on a panel, and just as much as anyone else in the community. But there's a point where you just gotta chill out. Gotta chill out. Somebody gonna get the fucking shit slapped out of them. It was gonna come to run up on people in the airport. It had to be a point where they said the MFTs was traveling with Tiffany Stratton because people was just mauling her at the airport.
Her and Stephanie.
This is crazy.
Yep. I'm telling you.
I can't wait to see the headline on Twitter on one of these dirt sheets that somebody got the Sonic rings knocked out of them. All the Chaos Emeralds and got knocked out of them.
Mm-hmm. All of the marshmallows.
Yeah,
right.
all of the
all of the dirty potatoes.
Knock 99 Mario coins out of them.
Right.
No,
all of the shells. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the cookie shells.
But anyway, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to our podcast tonight with Alex Kane. We're going to be doing it next week. We got a busy week ahead of us of wrestling content. Remember to share and like this podcast, because we're so close to being monetized and also being in the algorithms as well. So share, like, because like I said, you help us. You help our numbers when you like and you comment, like all of our shit. Look at all of the content that we have literally put out for you guys. You got Wrestling Debates and Catering. We got the cookout now. And of course, you got our Sunday night show. So you got all of that. Now, here's my final thought. Fuck Hulk Hogan. And that's all I have to say. Y'all be blessed. And we'll see you guys next week. Take us out, Ziggy.
The fuck is a jelly roll?